Compared to most of its rivals, the new Toyota Verso might be accused of looking a little restrained. But that's okay, because most buyers of this 7-seater MPV will be more interested in its practical virtues than its cosmetic appeal. After all, this is an ideal mom's taxi.
Compact MPVs such as the Verso have become popular occupants of the South African motoring landscape, and it's easy to understand why. On paper, they offer more space and versatility than a conventional station wagon, yet deliver the road manners and footprint of a compact hatchback. Compared to its predecessor, the new Verso places much of its emphasis on an improved driving experience thanks to a revised chassis and suspension. The interior focuses on comfort and convenience, while the styling has been spruced up too, but remains instantly recognizable.
The shape of the Verso is best described as conservative and predictable, but this latest version has a certain visual cohesion which makes for an attractive package in a benign, generic kind of way. The front end is very typically Toyota, whereas the rear is dominated by the large tailgate.
Much effort has gone into smoothing the Verso's shape, resulting in a drag coefficient of 0.295. The wheelbase has been extended and the front and rear tracks are wider, while the suspension layout has been thoroughly revised in an effort to improve road manners, stability and ride refinement. Given the ever stricter European safety standards, the Verso's construction features a rigid, impact-absorbing body shell in the interests of occupant safety, while the bonnet, front fenders and grille have been constructed with enhanced pedestrian safety in mind. The local Verso range consists of 4 models, including a turbo diesel version, but our test unit was the 1.8 TX.
The Verso range is offered with a choice of petrol and turbo diesel units. This is the 1800cc petrol unit, delivering 108 kilowatts of maximum power, 180 newton meters of torque. Interestingly, Toyota's Optimal Drive technology is supposed to offer 20% more power and 12% less fuel consumption and emissions.
Optimal Drive represents an holistic approach to engine design and construction, with the emphasis on improved combustion, lower internal friction and reduced weight. In addition, the engine employs Valvematic technology, a variable valve timing system that allows continuous adjustment of valve duration and lift. But the real focus of the Verso is the cabin.
Toyota calls the Verso's interior design approach Dynamic Lounge, which implies a mix of versatility and comfort. And certainly there's a lot of room in here with seating for 7 people. Question is, would you really want to spend a lot of time back here?
As with many 7-seaters, accommodation in the rearmost row is cramped and difficult to access unless you're a child, but the rest of the package is more spacious and more promising. The finishes are pleasantly upmarket, and closer attention to detail is obvious in aspects such as the upholstery, the door handles and the switchgear. The plastic surfaces look smart and the ergonomics are effective, with a car-like driving position, easy access to the key controls and good forward vision. The TX model is well equipped with most of the expected mod cons, including climate control, a decent sound system with MP3 compatibility and a CD changer, electric windows and mirrors, and even integrated window blinds. With the rearmost seats stowed, there's lots of luggage space, while the 60-40 split backrest of the middle row can be folded flat to accommodate even larger loads. With all the seats in position, however, cargo space is limited, although there is a handy lidded stowage compartment for oddments. But how does the Verso shape up in dynamic terms?
Perhaps I underestimated the weight of the Verso, or maybe it's just the sheer bulk of the vehicle. Either way, this car always feels lethargic and you really have to work the gearbox to keep the engine on the boil. Doesn't really augur well for when you've got this vehicle fully laden, so perhaps the diesel model would be a better option.
The international specifications credit the Verso 1.8 TX with a 0-100 sprint time of 10.4 seconds and 190 km/h top speed, but in practice and at altitude, our test car didn't feel nearly as sprightly.
The Toyota Verso is a cleanly styled, competent and comfortable workhorse with space for up to 7 people. The engine feels willing enough, although performance is not that exciting, and handling is predictable. Add all the luxury kit and this is still one of the top contenders in the MPV category.
This third-generation Verso looks sleek and competent, with a high-tech engine and updated underpinnings promising a compelling all-round package. The interior execution is impressive, with loads of kit and a reassuring aura of quality, but the third row seating is cramped and performance isn't as sparkling as the figures suggest.